Hey everyone, it's Exoman, and some of you may know that I recently had a stroke, and it has it has not been a picnic. And I wanted to just talk a little bit about what's going on. I was very fortunate. Uh, I can't speak much on it because my mind is still blurry, and there's damage that is healing supposedly, and I've got, thank God, I've got motor control. I've got some I've got some issues, and I wanted to just kind of explain what my issues are. And I can't really tell you a bunch of technical stuff like what kind of stroke I had. Like I say, it's just hard for me to retain much or any of what's going on. But I'm in the early stages of healing or rebuilding my brain, and I wanted to tell you some of the weird things that have happened and are happening. One is I'm trying to reconstruct, and I never was a very neat person. I have a lot of things, a lot of interest, a lot of things that I need to work on, buildings and uh, houses and things, and um, I never was a neat freak and very organized. But now I find myself going through my garage or my sheds and truck and things, and wondering what, not just where stuff is, but what the names of things are. I've forgotten names of things. Like, I mean, a few weeks ago I couldn't tell you a hammer. I couldn't say what a cat was by looking at a picture. It was pretty bad. But I'm pulling it back together. I'm getting therapy. I'm learning to read again. Yes, I'm learning to read again. Um, I could. It was the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to me. I could days or the couple days after the stroke, I could write a paragraph, and then they could say, "Now read it," and I literally couldn't read what I had written. Yes, that's bizarre. That's the state that I'm in. So I'm looking through things and trying to organize, and I'm trying to work on things. My wife prefers that I don't use power tools. I'm not allowed to drive a car, all kinds of stuff, all kinds of things. And I'm rebuilding my life. Um, and I've got issues expected, some maybe unexpected. I don't know. I get emotional easy. I was crying a lot in the hospital. Just things that you don't know, wouldn't expect if you don't haven't been around stroke patients. But I feel like I'm getting some things back together. I have all my motor control, and I'm very thankful for that. I have, like I say, the ability to speak, but not and speak and read, or sorry, write, but I'm learning to read again. If that makes any sense. Yes, it's bizarre, but it's coming. It's happening quickly, and I'm just struggling with some words, as you would expect. 3 4 syllable words. I have to sound them out and that sort of thing. I've probably got stuff all over my face. I'm not working with power saws or things like that, but I'm just trying to clean up. The property has fallen and it's become messy because I work on a lot of houses, and they say the cobbler's kids have no shoes. See, some stuff is coming back to me. Um, but I wanted to I'm just at the point where I can communicate, a little more clearly. I mean, I could always talk, but get thoughts, some cohesive thoughts together, and I do, and record this. Maybe be able to get it up on the internet. A lot of that stuff I'm drawing a blank. How do I do this? The basic, most rudimentary things that I did all day, every day, are just kind of in the ether right now. thankfully, they say a lot of that stuff will land back where it's supposed to be in my brain. So I'm doing different therapies and things like that. Spending a fortune on because of the insurance the way it is. Everything is a fortune, and it's been challenging and scary, but we're getting through it, and that's the main thing. I've got the love of my sweet family, and I am eternally grateful and thankful for that. So much support, and I would I caution you all to say I'm probably not going to read a lot of the comments because a lot of them are going to be very emotional, and people share their stories, and I know that sounds terrible, and I'm sorry, but it makes me weep. It makes me frightened and anxious to read about the brother or the mother, their sister, cousin that had a stroke and can't do anything, can't function at all anymore. That stuff causes me such high anxiety right now because I'm sorry if that sounds selfish. I can't. I'm in this emotional, fragile state. Anyway, I just I can dish it out, but I can't take it. I can talk about it, but I can't hear about more trauma. I'm so sorry about that too. That's just, I don't know, call it a symptom of this, but I can't handle a lot of despair. I need positivity, I guess is what I'm saying. And so I'm getting that from my family. I'm just kind of, I'm not, like I said, I've not been driving. I've been driven. I've practiced. I'm driving around the neighborhood. I can drive. We just don't know how my brain will respond to a lot of stimulation, a lot of stimuli, a lot of traffic, and it's just an unknown. So we're not there yet. But I just wanted to get something out there and let you know what's going on. There's a lot of stuff that I can and will talk about as to why this happened and what my part in it was, and the things that I haven't done right, and it's all a labyrinth of things that I need to, I don't know, maybe share with you all, and hopefully it will help some of you. But I'm very, very, very fortunate and very, very grateful. There's going to need to be a lot of things that I do differently, and a lot of steps I need to take to becoming whole again and getting my life back together. But like I say, I'm so blessed to have the love and just presence of beautiful people who are helping me. That's where I am, and I'll share more soon. Thank you.